I'm not revealing these bank names right now because I'm still in the process of getting the loan or mortgage. But once everything is finalized, you'll get another video from me with the names of the bank. So calm down. I mean, I always knew about mortgage. I'm into personal finance and I teach it a lot. So when it comes to mortgage, I even knew about mortgage than those who stay in the abroad. Of course, I'm in Nigeria. I'm a Nigerian living in Nigeria. But what I did not know is this. Before I get into it, let me first explain that when it comes to getting mortgage in Nigeria, it's quite difficult. I mean, I've listened to a lot of podcasts. I've tried to just research. I felt I wasn't ready because it meant that I need to get a loan, right, and repay the loan. So I felt like, okay, I don't think I can actually get a mortgage right now to finance a house because my money has not reached that level. That I thought. Until few days ago, something happened. So I was on the street of YouTube and I was watching a video. I came across this video by Steven Undukwe, or is it Unduku, the YouTuber that travels all around the world. And he was interviewing this guy whose name I cannot mention, but he's a Nigerian living in Switzerland. And this guy explained how he owned several properties, I mean several units of properties, and not one did he use his money directly to buy. He explained that he got loan from the bank and used that loan to finance the property. Don't get me wrong, that's what mortgage is about, right? But this is the stellar part. He said that the bank should finance 75% of the cost of that house. And he, of course, for anybody that is getting loan from the bank, we pay the 25%. Banks do 75%, you do 25%. He now said that what he does is that he would negotiate with the seller of the house. So the house will not be worth less than the actual value of the property. So when the bank finances the 75%, he would have negotiated the 25% and the price comes down. So the bank is financing everything. Meanwhile, the bank is just financing 75%, but he was just smart to negotiate. I hope I'm not confusing you. He was smart to negotiate the cost of the apartment or the property or whatever it is, and he gets to pay nada. No kobo. Nothing at all. When I watched that video, it was like a 20 minutes video, and I was like, really? It's just like that eureka moment. I'm like, Esther, you must find a way to make this work for you. Because my only limitation all this while was that I couldn't repay back a mortgage loan, even though I didn't really know the period of time. I just really felt like it's not a now thing, it's a later thing. But when I heard this guy, I called my account manager. No, first off, I reached out to a lawyer friend that I know, and I asked her, I said, I want to get a loan from the bank. But I don't know if I should get a loan or I should get it as a mortgage instead of a loan. Then I want to know the modalities of everything. And she was like, okay, she gave me some insights. Okay, if you are getting this from the bank, okay, this, that. But I will direct somebody that works in the bank so that you will get the full details without missing out on anything. Then she linked me up with somebody else that works in the bank. I spoke to the person said, if I don't have an account with their bank, I needed to open one, use it for 6 months before I can apply for the mortgage. And I was like, nah, I can't wait that long, man. I mean, this is like so hot on my mind. Why will I wait 6 months? Okay, let me go to the banking, which I already have an account in, and I've been a wonderful customer for a very long time. So I texted this bank. I'm not revealing these bank names right now because I'm still in the process of getting the loan or mortgage. But once everything is finalized, you'll get another video from me with the names of the bank. So calm down. So I texted my account manager for the bank I use very well, and when I called him, he said he was on leave, but he directs me to somebody else that's in the bank at the moment. And I was like, I don't want to send it. He said, still me send an email. I said, I don't want to send an email. Can I just find a way to just call somebody? So we had a little back and forth, and then he said for me to be able to apply for that mortgage, I needed to already have the apartment I want to buy. Mind you, I just wanted to do the details from the bank, so I didn't really settle on the house to buy. What did I do? I texted a very good friend of mine who's an agent. I'm into lands, right, but he is into houses. So I texted him and I was okay. I need houses within. I gave him a particular budget. I need houses around this range, right? I want to purchase. So he was telling me, oh God, it is a backstory. And last year, I did an advert video for a house in Ibadan. That house was about 30 something million naira. that was the market price at the time. It was a bungalow, like I think 4-bedroom bungalow, 3-bedroom bungalow, beautiful apartment, fantastic house, compound to self. Now that same apartment is worth about 50 something to 60 million naira. I was shocked within a year. So I still felt like that same amount was in my head, that okay, at least if I can see an apartment within this range, right, let me just give me a picture. I want to have the details, so I'll give the bank the details. But it was like, no, you can't even get that. So if you get an apartment, a house within that range, to be in a very outskirts area in Ibadan, and that even if it's not in outskirts area, to be a very, very old house, I was sad. I was like, because I already had it all played out in my head. I'm like, but I did a video for this brand, for this house last year. He said things have really, really changed. Things have really, really increased. And he said only if I want to build by myself. But even if it's a build, it should be like a little bungalow, maybe like 3-bedroom bungalow. He told me how much I would spend on building, and I was like, I'm not a fan of building. I like to just, I've always wanted to just buy houses, right? So he said if I want to buy, he gave me different ranges of apartments. Now here's the interesting part. It's about to get very interesting. So when we're analyzing the cost of me buying the house, right, and repaying back the loan to the bank, it didn't seem feasible because, one, in Nigeria we pay rent yearly, not monthly. If it were to be like a place abroad where money comes in monthly, you're able to put money around a lot. But imagine if I'm buying a house now for like 50 million naira, example, and I put the house on the market for, let me say, 2M rent, depending on the area, 2 million naira rent, right, for a year. How long will it take for me to be able to pay back that loan? And know that, of course, there will be interest on the loan, right? Of course, the bank is paying 75%, and I can get to pay nothing by what? By negotiating with the seller. That's the point of paying nothing. So when we did that math, it didn't add up. We're paying a loan maybe like 5 years, did not add up with the cost of the house and yearly rent. So your advice was like, SOSA, I've advised on 2 things. The first thing, you can make the apartment into a shortlet. And it was giving me the numbers for shortlet. Like I told you, he's an agent, so he deals in shortlet apartments and houses and all of that. So he was giving me the numbers of shortlet. He said what I would do, like in a great area, of course I'll spend money to furnish it. I mean, furnishing inside, standby generator or solar power. What else again? Then maybe get like a manager, or maybe like 2 staffs, 1 housekeeper, 1 manager. So when he gave me all those things, I was like, that's like an entire business. And business is managing people, and I don't think I really wanted to go into another thing that I have to manage people because of the other things I have right now. And I said another option is that I get to purchase a house that is really old, and then it could go for maybe like 15-20 million, and I can spend like maybe like 10 million naira on renovating the house, or 15 million naira on renovating the house, and then I outrightly sell it. Now here the most beautiful, shocking part. It's presently working on an apartment like that. He bought it for very old, about 20 million naira thereabout. They are spending about 50 million naira to renovate it, and when they are done, the market value of that kind of house right now, guess how much? Guess. 100 million naira. Look at it. My dog is shocked. So now I just feel like this is what I wanted. Okay, now where I want to be is where I am. But if I'm loaning from the bank, let me say like 40-50 million naira, and I buy a really old house and I renovate it, right, and then it's out on the market for like, let me say, even if it's 80 million naira, I can easily repay back the loan, add extra money, and I can even now even go into that shortlet apartment business, right, or even just buy a house outrightly and put it on rent. Just at this time around, I'm no longer owing the bank, right? I'll use the bank to make money. Remember, without any kobo of my money. You get it? Now, if you wonder that, is it just like that? Is it just like that, just like that? No, it isn't. So what are the steps that can really qualify that you can do this? Number 1, your statement of account must be solid. Yes. All right. I mean, you must have a good history, which I know that I have. As I can say these things, you must have been earning so much over time, because they will check your bank statement, right? They will check their backlog and see what has your account been taken in over time. So I know the range in which my account can actually give to me. As I'm saying, I can go towards that range of the amount I'm looking to borrow from the bank. In fact, it depends on how powerful, let me use that word, your backlog of accounts or your statement of accounts is. You can get as high as 100 million naira loan from the bank. You get it? I'm going to end this series here. I'm going to end this video here. It's going to be a series because once I get the apartment from the bank, the loan from the bank, and buy the apartment, I'll come back here and share it with you guys. So I'll be ending this series here for those who will be looking into this. You already know what to do. You already know the options to go. I don't think that's a masterclass. You already know the options that you have, and I'm sure that you are so thankful that you listened to this video today. Until next time, I'll see you again. You're welcome.